like this
You
new
know,
project
one of the things that's been fun for us is that in my program, we train teachers to become school administrators. And so we're training future principals. And what we have to do is to help those principals start looking at what they need to be doing for tomorrow's students. And so we're trying to take them out of their comfort field and helping them move beyond where they are right now. And so when you do that, you have to have folks who are engaging, who aren't afraid, who can talk about the future, who can talk about technology and how that works in a classroom, and how to engage a community. Because you can't operate a school by yourself. It requires lots and lots of folks in order for it to be successful. You have to create a community.
So, what is your whole take on this new innovative education system?
You know, the innovation network that's trying to be created here has the opportunity to really help Virginia leave behind some of the practices that we need to leave behind. And it also is going to give permission to school divisions to try something different and to take that technology piece and integrate it in a way that is more meaningful for students. Because what we know is that you guys know is that you use technology when you wake up in the morning.
Exactly.
And so we still have folks that don't use technology when they wake up in the morning. And so it's kind of changing that mindset and helping those folks safely move beyond what they've become comfortable in.
So what do you think the success will look like?
I think success will look like folks talking about teaching and learning differently, and that teaching no longer just has to go on between 9 and 3, but it has to go on 24/7, so that students aren't dependent on the teacher for the instruction, but students have the ability to seek out their own instruction beyond what they have in classrooms, so that the experience is more personalized and richer. Teachers can't be the folks that dispense information. They've got to be folks that create the opportunities for you guys to be great. And I think that's what we have to do.
I agree. What obstacles do you think will face the education system in Virginia?
You know, it is funny. We're in an occupation. Let me give you an example. If I went to Dish Network, okay, I'm pretending, and I walked in and they said, "Do you know what we do here?" I might say, "Well, you might get a satellite and you hook it up to the TV." Okay, that's what I might say. But if you ask anybody, your parents, "Do you know what we do in education? Do you know what teachers do?" And they all go, "Oh yeah, we know exactly what they do." Because they've all been there.
Yeah.
So the interesting part of that, and the piece that can be awkward, is that as school divisions start to change, parents push back because parents want the schools that they went to. And those schools don't exist anymore.
Exactly.
And so helping those parents move beyond what they were used to and knowing that there's something better beyond that is a little scary for them. And so we've got to help them see that there's a better way than the old way. And so that's uncomfortable for folks. So you get pushback.
So there's still a lot of parents I know that aren't as involved as they should be in their students' education.
Yeah.
Do you think they will be more involved with this new style of learning?
You know, one of the things that has happened in public ed is that we have tons of parents, and I don't mean this too critically, but schools haven't been a good place for them. And so going into a school can create just some discomfort. But we're going to start getting to the point where our parent conferences may be held over the television set in your living room, with teachers and parents talking just routinely, and not on Friday at 1:30 because it's a parent-teacher conference day, but kind of ongoing communication. We're going to do that through texting. We're going to do that through emails, and so talking to a teacher isn't so scary, but to see them as a partner in the work that we do.
Oh yeah. How did you get into this program? Like, what motivated you to get into this program?
So, I'm a former school employee. I was a K-12 person for 35 years. And so they were looking for someone. Did you hear that was my phone? Sorry. Okay, you can cut that, okay? So they were looking for someone in higher ed who could kind of start carrying this message to folks who are trying to become teachers. What do we need to be doing differently? And so, the folks we work with are 18, 19, 20, 21 years old who want to be classroom teachers. And so what we decided to do was to be here on the front end so that transition goes much more smoothly. And so that when you ask higher ed what they need to be doing, we have an answer.